had the weirdest thing happen to me last night. So I ordered Uber Eats and everything was fine. The driver showed up at the restaurant pretty quickly. He messaged me saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, the restaurant is taking a little while to finish the order. It's gonna be a little delayed." I was like, "Oh, no worries at all. Sorry, you have to wait." And he was like, "No problem, it's part of the job." A couple minutes later, I get a call from Uber Eats customer support asking me, "Did you get your food?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, well, we're gonna have to cancel your order then." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Well, your first driver picked up the food and they haven't brought it back to the restaurant, so we're gonna have to cancel the order." And I said, "Well, I was just talking with the driver and it didn't seem like there were any issues or anything, and I didn't get a notification about a new driver." The person on the phone is like, "Well, sorry, we're just gonna have to cancel the order. There's nothing for them to bring to you." As I'm trying to problem solve, like, can the kitchen make new food? No, the kitchen's closed. I get a notification pop up on my phone saying your order's been picked up. And I say this to the customer service rep, who is weirdly adamant that I don't go in and look at it. Like, "Oh, that's just an error. That's just a glitch. The driver probably hit something by accident." But I go in and look at it and I can see the tracking information for the food that's been picked up. And I'm saying this to the customer service rep. "Oh, it looks like it got picked up. It looks like everything's fine." Then a screen flashes up saying your order was canceled. So I said, "Did you cancel my order?" The person on the phone is like, "Oh yeah, because like you're not gonna get your food." So I'm like, "Okay, weird." I called it a loss. I hung up the phone. Then I went into the help section to see if it could connect me to the driver, which it could. And I got connected to the driver and he answered the phone and I was like, "Hi, I think I'm the customer that just canceled on you." And he was like, "Oh my gosh, hi, thank you so much for calling. I'm on the other line with customer support. They have no idea what's going on. They put me on hold for a while. I don't know what's going on." He tried to connect the calls in, but they had already hung up. I briefly explained my end of things. He was like, "That's so weird." And I'm like, "That's so weird." I'm like, "Well, do you still have my address?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "Well, can I give you my address and then whatever you're out for the food, whatever Uber's gonna make you pay for this, let me know how much it is and I'll leave it outside the door." And he's like, No, they're not gonna make me pay for anything. It's just gonna be the tip." And I was like, "Okay, I'll leave like a cash tip outside the door." And he's like, "Okay, great." 20 minutes later, he shows up with all of my food. He takes the tip. He's super apologetic. I'm super apologetic. We're both profusely thanking each other. So everything ended great. I got my food. He got his tip. But what happened there? That's so weird, right? I'm still completely at a loss of what happened.